What is up, YouTube world? Got some cards and obviously want to show them off. One on the right. I think I got for 16 bucks. I like uniformity, usually with the graded stuff, but price point will always supersede the grade or the grading service, unless again it's one of the lower tier. I'm not a grading snob by any stretch of the imagination, but when you can get a 9.5 SGC for 16 and a 9.5, even a 9 for PSA is going well over that. You know what? It's not even a rookie card, a traditional in the sense rookie card, so I will take that for less than the price of a blaster. That's just the way it's gonna be. All these fancy new holders, so that way you can see the cards a little longer if I so choose to put them up. We got a Yari Curry rookie. So I cannot see because I got my other stand. It blocks like right down the middle, so I can't see how that's coming off. But we got a nice certified, select certified Eric Lindros. It's the artist proof, where it's 1 of 500, but there again, it's rumored to be less than the 500 stated. So that's a nice one. We got a Patrick Stefan, 5-star talents out of Omega, 99-2000. And this is the numbered variation to 100. You're thinking, why the hell are you picking up his cards? I have a significant collection of his stuff too. Him and Dag were the two I collected after the fact. Just because with Dag, I remembered how much awesome stuff there was, how much awesome stuff I couldn't afford. If I found it, it wasn't coming to my collection because it astronomical prices. So Patrick Stefan was the same way. You have the number 1 pick for the new franchise. Everybody gets excited. And I don't know. For, I think it was $1 plus whatever shipping. A card numbered to 100, a rookie year parallel. I am in. So, like my friend Enzo Amore says, you can't beat that. Leave it Stefan up or Stefan. I don't know. I like both. I can say both ways. This one has a little damage on the top left, but trying to find these, and again, I want to get some older Beckett's to actually show off how much these things were back in the day. But it's a complete player, Forsberg. You can see maybe on the top left a little ding. The back has that beautiful, there's 2 different foils. There's I don't want to say a home and away, but it's in a sense that sort of situation. It looks like the Synergy sort of, or the foil. I love that purple plum type foil. So to get that for a handful of dollars, that's a victory for me. I'm showing this in the Instagram. I had to clean it because it's almost like they had it in the plastic, the same penny sleeve for a number of years. I had a best offer. It was a starting bid best offer, and I had offered under the starting bid. Then they came up a little, and I countered, and we came to a deal. And it's one of the rare times when I'm not in the traditional years of Brodeur that I'm collecting, but I've also prefaced, if I do find stuff that is limited and reminds me of the 90s, I will pick it up if the price is in a feasible range for me. So this is the Clear Cut Duos of Brodeur and Zach Parise. Number to 25, there you see that dead center. Let's see if we can pick this up on the back. It is out of 08-09 Upper Deck, so still playing days card for Brodeur. So again, acetate, die cut, serial numbered. It checks off a ton of the boxes, and the affordability without breaking the bank. Again, when you look at that stuff, and if you want to go for something big, don't spend 90, 150 bucks on something that isn't in your wheelhouse or whatever. If that costs 15, 20 bucks, the price of a blaster is always somewhere in that range where I'm not saying you should be able to afford, but that's something you have to say, okay, I can, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it in that tax bracket, that $20 to $30 range. If it's like $100 and you can do it, more power to you, but most of us, we're not going to be going bonkers over some of the stuff if it's not within our means. And if we do, well then guess what, we shouldn't complain if we can't afford the card we really want that pops. So I'll sub that one out. I had to move the table and the couch a little just to have this set up a little, give it a little more room. Here's going to be just some rapid fire stuff from the Facebook auction groups. Here's a Chris Conley Sepia, auto to 100, out of Topps Chrome. I got this from my buddy's kid. He's a big Vikings fan, and he's 10, so I'm trying to find anything Justin Jefferson right now is pretty much a good luck situation. So to get that for a 10 spot, I know he'll enjoy it. He'll like it more than probably the collectors rating the Target shelves and the charlatans causing the human centipede that they're oh so used to. I know he'll love that. Here's an old school Gretzky O-Pee-Chee. It's got some ink on the side, some printing errors there. Back looks decent, a little off center right to left, north to south, but 83, 84 maybe, O-Pee-Chee. But again, this was like a $4 Facebook auction win because people on Facebook and some of these groups do not care for hockey at all, which is fine. And I'm particular to patches, as you may know. This is out of 16 Flawless. Not the country singer, but this Colin Ray might be heading to Little Rock. Nice patch to 25. I know these are OC, especially the purple. But again, with the uptick in these cards, I'd rather get them now, even if they're OC, even if they don't come back gem 10s. And these are Xander Bogaerts, Topps Chrome Refractor, and then the purple. So again, with the way the hobby's going, as Eric says it, I'll say it, I'll echo it constantly, because it is something that you need to echo. Zig when others zag. Zag when others zig. If you constantly are following the trends, or guess what? You're seeing the trend after it's been a trend for a month, 6 months, a year. You are gonna get priced out, and you're gonna buy on the high end instead of buying on the low end, and uh, possibly reaping some of the financial benefits if you should choose to sell. At the same time, collect what you love. That means buying in high, do it. Just remember that when the funds run out because you bought one or two cards at the absolute maximum of their price. A couple other Tom Wilson score rookie auto. That was like $5-6. He's been an integral part of their team. I love Tyler Johnson. So happy to pick a couple of his cards up. And again, not because he's in the Buccaneers, but you see the Sky Ma Golden Gophers stuff, and that's what doesn't bother me either. I'd rather have him in the Gopher stuff. And then just absolutely fatal patch over here. Move Tommy over a little. You all know what a score auto looks like. But this Clayton Thorson, former QB for Northwestern, again, it's sacrilegious. Where I enjoy so many of these Big Ten teams. I love Northwestern. I've loved them since the Darnell Autry going to the Rose Bowl. I jumped on that bandwagon, then I haven't jumped off, I'll admit it. But before then, it wasn't anybody of significance anyway that played for Northwestern, maybe back until the 30s or 40s, 50s maybe. Gophers, you cheer for them. You come in with that realization that they're going to have a decent year, but at that end of the year they'll swoon. I love the Iowa Hawkeyes, the connection that one of the guys that helped a lot of the players through the 80s and 90s and early 2000s academically. That's a family connection there, a very deep family connection. And when he passed away a couple years ago, we attended his funeral. My mom and I it happened that the funeral was taking place the weekend we were down at my brother's in Appleton. So it was like a 4-hour drive, but at the same time we felt super necessary because of how much their family meant to our family and vice versa. He was there for my dad as a AA sponsor way back in the early 80s. So, and they had a cabin up here in Ely, so we remained close, but circling that all in with the Big Ten, those three. And I like Wisconsin. I loved Rondane. So it's odd to have all those likes in one conference. It's basically liking, well, I like the Cubs and I like the Pirates. Here's a Dougie Martin. I like the Brewers and I like the Cardinals. Well, you can't like them all. Well, you can't. That's a Red Refractor to 25. What up, Matt? Good call 6. Make some videos. Do something. We get a Brodeur heads up to 165. I think that's the red foil, so he'll join Dougie over here in the land of the red. We got a Mike Modano artist proof. And another Marty. Look at that top left. That's the first day production. Let me check this camera. How much time? Okay. About 8 minutes left. That. Finally was able to work a deal out for that. Very happy. So I think the heads up was a buy now best offer. Able to get that for a little cheaper. The Red Refractor, a little off center, but at this point in time, I'm just trying to get some Dougie stuff back into the collection. Paying probably more than I should. I have a huge collection of him that, again, if you're newer to the channel, you're newer to me, you haven't seen. I haven't pulled it out. That's what she said in like several years. So maybe at one point in time I'll get on the StreamYard under my channel so it doesn't take away from the Insert Revolution podcast, which happens every Tuesday night at 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. If I remember, the link will be in the description below because it is a standalone channel now. We just had last night our 26th episode. That is half a year. Still, some folks forget that we're on or don't remember, and we try to support everybody we can, but if they're on at the same time as us, we cannot be live and watching something else. It's just not feasible. And I wish there's something on tonight, because Wednesday nights are dead as the, what kind of market? Let's say a Barbie sports card market. Watch that jump up now. But able to pick all these up for fairly reasonable prices. I think it was $30 in the first day, which again, it's his rookie year, quote unquote, of Stadium Club. But at the same time, there's one other auction that was up, a buy it now best offer, and it had really soft corners where this one did not. So I went with this. May have paid a little more, but the condition one is a lot better on it. And always looking for Pacific stuff, Brodeur. If you've got it, let me know, especially the numbered stuff. That's going to supersede nearly anything else Brodeur now. This one, show you the back. An O-Peachy foil to 100. Missed one last night because I took a nap, so I was super pissed. This is one I think I talked about to Vinny. Todd Bertuzzi Red Ink Auto. Or a Trilogy. Another one of my unknown PCs. And then 2 Stubbles. Or a Leaf Limited, Paul Coffey, and I'll do you one better, Matt. That's the original person who pulled that, Patrick Waugh. I'm nervous about the screw down, because if it's been the same screw down, that could just peel apart. But super tough to find those cheaper. Able to get the Coffee, I think, from Canada. And again, he's in his Whalers garb. These are also serial numbered to 1500. Once you're thinking, that's not much. Again, just try rolling back and finding some of this stuff. I've said it multiple times. I don't say it to toot my own horn or beat my own drum. They're tough. They're tough to find at a price that you really want to pay. So we'll move on from those. And again, picture on the back too of him. But again, you pick guys that really didn't have stubble, or very little. It was more so the guys that had the playoff pushes, because that's when the playoff beards came in. So we got a Season Epics of Eddie George. We got a Pinnacle Zenith. See by his shin, the artist proof. We've got Adam Oates, StarFractor Limited Exposure. And then I'll do this one on here. I don't know who had it, if Ed did, or Mike O, or somebody had the Nolan Ryan, and that was pretty much, I had to get it. A huge Keith Shore fan. And then he has all his characters, or caricatures from the players in the background, and especially when you have Frank Thomas looking at the butt, and then Bob Gibson's like side-eyed, sideways smile, and then above him Mattingly, which I won't be able to get because I don't want to pay 200 plus for Mattingly. It's just an instant, you need to get it. And Keith Shore, his whole run made me smile during the Topps 2020, which again, people lost money, but guess what? That's what happens in cards when you buy into something that you know nothing about. So super happy with that. These are the 25 or stated print run, the StarFractor ones, and for me, huge bonus. No refractor lines on there, and that was under $10. Same with this and Eddie George, and these are I think like 50 or 70 stated print runs, and then the Modano. Last four are some biggies. Not Christopher Wallace, but there's a platinum blue Brodeur. I know it doesn't look platinum. StarQuest golds of Schilling and Glouse, which were criminally cheap, in my humble opinion. Criminally. And that guy over there. So I'll see if I can pick up the blue of the Brodeur, which is super nice in its own regard. I'm not going to discount or disparage that, but when you've got these three as like the centerpieces of the collecting week to 10 days, I'd be remiss if I didn't put out. Trista pointed this out at Menards. Heathcliff, the complete series for $5. Winning. So thank you to my Babu of Sweetness. I think that's it though, card-wise. Again, super happy with those. I was able to negotiate a deal on the Amaro. So didn't pay sticker price. So that's always a good thing because he's not in the league. But the other two probably were about as much as the Amaro was itself. And they're numbered to 100 on back. Get that quickly before the video cuts off. So Glouse is a guy I've always liked a lot. So Schilling, I liked him on the field obviously, but his stuff after he got done with baseball leaves a little to be desired. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take her easy, YouTube. She's easy. Take her twice.